Hey everyone, welcome back for the Star Ocean Second Story R demo. This will be the second video in the series. We're going through Claude's story. Claude is an inexperienced ensign under his father, Ronix J. Kenny. Him and his father, along with their crew, they visit this planet that has a strange reading coming from it. Claude, being the inexperienced teenager that he is, he explored a little bit too far, and his father wasn't able to react fast enough to stop him from getting teleported across the stars to a distant planet where they don't have technology, and things like his communicator and his phase gun wouldn't be understood on this planet. Not to mention that it's against Federation protocol to use those items in an underdeveloped planet. So he's been faced with some challenges in trying to communicate with his father and get back to the world he knew. His communicator isn't reaching, and his phase gun, after some battles, is depleted and he can't use it anymore. So first of all, I just want to acknowledge just what that would be like, to be this teenager just being teleported across the stars to an underdeveloped planet, and what he must be thinking. I think the game does a good job at pausing on that and honoring that part of the story and really allow you to ponder on that for a moment. And so Claude runs into Reyna, and she shows him around her town of Arlia, and we discover that she's actually an orphan, and she has this mysterious ability to use healing magic that nobody else in their village can do. And we also run into Alan, who kidnapped Reyna, and his town actually noticed that he had this mysterious orb that was actually changing his behavior and caused him to kidnap Reyna. And this actually mirrors the behavior that they're seeing of this meteor that hit months ago called Sorcery Globe. It's actually a meteor from outer space, and it's causing the animals and wildlife around this Sorcery Globe to turn into monsters, and they've been seeing earthquakes and all these terrible events. So with his phase gun, the villagers naturally assume that he was actually this warrior of light that their religion is based off of. There's this prophecy that this warrior of light will appear with alien garments and a sword of light, which people perceive that his phase gun to be this sword of light. And so while Claude denied that he's this warrior of light, he still offers to investigate this sorcery globe and find out what's going on. I mean, he may as well, right? He's on this distant planet and he has no way of contacting home. He found himself useful in fighting some monsters and helping save Reyna, and Reyna wants to go along with him and maybe find some clues as to where she comes from. So that's where we left off, and last time I didn't do so well on universe difficulty. I got some practice in since then, and we're actually on a new save, but we're in the same point in the story, and we're back in universe mode because I found Galaxy to be too easy, and universe really is, to me, the most enjoyable experience so far, just because it really allows you to experience the full extent of battle, whereas in Galaxy mode you may not run into things like breaks and that sort of thing. So we're going to get into it, see where the story takes us. So of course we've got to go through Salva to get anywhere, so let's see if there's any private actions. So we see on the map here that there is a PA for private action, so let's see what Reyna has to say.
What's wrong, Reyna?
Oh, nothing. Just thinking about my father.
I have to hand it to you, Reyna. Losing your father must have been terrible, but you've been dealing with it so calmly.
Oh, not at all. I cried all the time back when it happened. What's your father like, Mr. Kenny?
My father? He's a great man, respected by everyone who knows him.
Wow, I'm jealous. He sounds wonderful. You must be really proud of him, Mr. Kenny.
Yeah, he's brilliant. Maybe too brilliant.
Yeah. There's some strife there, right? Or maybe some resentment.
Admiral, we've entered orbit around planet Milokenia.
So this is just before the beginning of the game when they're approaching planet Milokenia.
All right. Give me a surface scan.
This is an M-sized planet. Breathable E-type atmosphere. Looks like it's got a lot of ore deposits, especially chromium. I'm detecting life forms, but no evidence of sentient life.
The usual, then. I'll add the data to our star map.
Wait a minute, Admiral. There's a point on the surface that's turning up dark in the scan.
What do you mean?
There's an energy field present. But why would there be one here? Do we know anything about this field?
Checking our database.
No matches found. All right, we'll have to land on Milokenia and check it out ourselves. Get us down as quickly as possible. Ensign Kenny, I'm appointing you to the landing party.
If I may, Admiral, my duty is to assist you at your command post, not to explore unknown planets.
Dang. He just talked back to his father in front of everyone.
I'm going down to Milokenia too, Ensign. You're coming with me.
Admiral, what if something happens to you down on the surface?
We're here to discover the unknown, to unlock the secrets of the universe. Who could ask for anything more? I'm just an old man who's too decrepit for the battlefield. Are you trying to deny me the last bit of fun I can have in my life?
That's not how I read that when I played this originally.
But sir, never mind.
I can't
Understood,
tell.
Admiral.
I can't tell if he's just sarcastic and just over it, or he's genuinely excited. Like, which is it? Because based on how he sounded, it sounded like both, and that doesn't make sense.
Kurtzman, you take the bridge.
Be careful down there, sir.
Right, let's get moving.
They look like the little bandits. He refuses to retire. Wonder why. I guess he finds validation in what he does, probably. He hasn't known anything else. So, Ronix was one of the main characters in the first game, so all that was in the beginning. I don't recall what exactly the story is, but essentially there was like a war, and something going on with another planet, probably fairly similar to the story of this game, at least on the early parts.
So tell me, what logical reason is there for Claude to be in the landing party?
Beats me. Probably dear old dad trying to prop up his son's service record.
Probably.
Ah, too bad we all couldn't be the Admiral's son, right?
Well, nothing we can really do about it. Even someone like Admiral Ronix J. Kenny can't help but spoil the kid a little.
Is something wrong?
No, nothing.
Then when we leave, it automatically leaves the private action, and we'll just continue on.
The trip took a lot longer than I thought.
There's nobody around.
The castle looks like it's locked up too.
Let's stay at the inn for the night. We can visit the castle tomorrow.
Why, it's Raina! You've been quite a stranger lately.
Sorry I haven't been around, Aunt Rachel. How are things going?
I like that she's like a relative of hers from another town. It's really cool.
Oh, as well as always, I'd say. Oh, found a new man, did you? Worrying Westa to no end, no doubt.
He's not my boyfriend.
Oh, you didn't have to shout it like that.
Someone's interested.
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Well, you're in luck. I've got a lovely vacant room just for the two of you. How about I let you stay there for the night? On the house.
Are you sure that's okay?
Oh, nothing but the best for my niece on her special night.
I told you already, it's not like that at all. I swear.
Not at all, huh?
Come to think of it, Mr. Flack paid a visit to town a couple of weeks earlier.
Diaz was here?
But he left soon afterwards. Not that he had any particular destination in mind.
I see.
Well, make yourselves comfy.
Thank you so much, Aunt Rachel.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Take care of Raina for me, all right?
Yes, of course.
What did she mean by that?
By the way, I couldn't help but wonder, who's Mr. Flack?
You mean Diaz?
She mentioned the name earlier, so I was just curious.
His full name's Diaz Flack. He used to live in Arlia like me. Something terrible happened to him, though, a long time ago, and because of that, he left the village.
Well, I'll try to avoid the subject then.
Thanks.
Do you mind if I make one request, though?
What is it?
You really don't have to call me Mr. Kinney. It just makes me feel weird when I call you Raina.
Okay, I'll remember that from now on.
Well, let's get ready for bed then. It's getting late.
Looks like it. Good night, Claude.
Good night, Raina.
Oh.
Well, how did things go?
We had a great night's sleep, Aunt Rachel. Thanks for asking.
That's not what she meant.
Oh, you know that's not what I meant.
So we got some new equipment here, but I'm gonna go to the castle first because I want to say I may get some of this stuff for free. You know how kings are, especially when you're doing them a favor.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry. He had 3 eyes.
Sounds like a good king. No, we don't want to pay taxes.
This is the front
That's
desk
wrong
for the
desk.
audience chamber.
This is the place. I'll write our names in for you.
Ah, I see you're here on behalf of Mayor Regis of Alia.
Yes, sir. I'd like to have an audience as soon as possible, if I may.
Very well. If you could kindly wait until I make the arrangements.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome to look around the castle until the time comes.
That would be great. Thank you. We're in, Claude.
Painting of the Prince, Clauser T. Cross, who is known for sneaking out of the castle that caused trouble. Does it say all this on the painting? It probably doesn't. That virile visage bears an uncanny resemblance to someone. These are cool. This castle is a mess.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Just remember to be careful.
Pardon me.
That would have been funny if he
Your
curtsied.
Majesty.
I guess he's not. I guess he knows what a bow is.
Ah, it's
though.
you, Reina. It has been a long time, hasn't it? I can hardly recognize you. You've grown to be even more beautiful than what I've heard from Regis.
I'm glad to see you in good spirits, sire.
Oh, there's no need for formalities, Reina. What can I do for you today?
Yes, sire. We have begun to conduct an investigation into the sorcery globe. As part of that, we were wondering if Your Majesty could give us whatever information on the globe and its properties that you currently possess.
heavens. You're the one conducting this investigation?
Yes, sire, and we are treating the job with as much resolve and determination as it deserves.
Well, if that be the case, then it wouldn't do to hold anything back from you.
I think we can ask everything, but what am I most interested in? Probably the symptoms.
I don't need to remind you of all the earthquakes and volcanic eruptions that have occurred worldwide lately. However, the exact cause of this activity remains a total mystery even to us.
Have you given any thought to the idea that the sorcery globe is behind all this?
Well, without some kind of evidence to back up that theory, it is difficult to be 100% sure about anything.
Sure.
I am afraid we know very little about the machinations of the sorcery globe ourselves. Or rather, it would be more accurate to say we know nothing at all.
I will hold
Haven't
nothing
you sent
back.
a team to investigate
I know
it?
nothing.
I have, but unfortunately, any hope for their return seems to have perished at this point. I hear that people and monsters are fighting a pitched struggle in El Kingdom territory at present. Unfortunately, few details have been given on the scope of the battle or the number of casualties incurred as a result.
Are there any ships right now that can take us to El?
There are, but they have been strictly regulated. Wild rumors have a way of spreading quickly during wartime, needless to say. To sum up the current situation, despite all our best efforts, we have failed to obtain even a trace of information about the sorcery globe.
I see.
That's why we've decided to enlist the help of any willing adventurers in the area.
That explains all of the adventurers we saw in town.
I hardly need to remind you, Reyna, that your investigation into the sorcery globe is an extremely dangerous endeavor. If it were up to me, I would sincerely suggest that you call off this investigation immediately.
Don't worry, I'll be all right. I have Mr. Kenny on my side here.
How very brave of you, Reyna.
So you have that much faith in his strength? In any case, it looks like you could do with some better equipment.
Here, His Majesty has granted you a travel permit, along with a small parting gift.
But Your Majesty!
Please, take it. It's a perfectly fitting payment for helping us root out the cause of this cataclysm.
Thank you so much, Your Majesty.
If you're traveling to the El Kingdom, the interim transport ship departing from Kurik would be best.
So I like how we stole, well, I don't know if you call it stealing, but we took 400 fall from the chest without asking. But when the king gives it to us, oh, Your Majesty, you shouldn't have. Maybe we shouldn't have taken 400 fall from the chest.
We appreciate your generous support, Your Majesty. I hardly even opened my mouth.
It's not just you. Even I felt like I had butterflies in my stomach.
Well, I guess we're done with the castle. Oh, no we're not. We got more stuff to take without asking. Sounds like something that we might go fight. Perhaps. So try the speed up feature.
What is the meaning of this? I believe I procured this fair and square.
Oh, you hold it. Okay.
What the hell are you talking about, lady? You practically stole it from me!
It doesn't progress when you do that, though. Okay. It's either or, I guess.
Stole? Exactly when did I partake in something anywhere even close to stealing?
Enough of your crap! Hand it over or you're dead!
Wait a minute. I can't just let this go on.
Claude?
Hmm?
Who the hell's this little brat?
Hey, you! That's no way to speak to a lady, you know.
What was that?
Let's be a little more civilized here, all right?
Are you talking to me, kid?
If I recall correctly, you were gonna fight me, not this little boy.
Oh, dang.
What? I'll kill you, you little...
It's funny how Celine has like a little shower curtain around her.
If you want to pick a fight, you'd best choose your opponents more carefully. Not that I'm particularly enthralled with getting in a fight over something I didn't do.
You're gonna pay for this!
Hopefully that taught him something. I must thank you, my boy. You were quite the courageous one.
Boy?
Your bravery has struck a chord inside of me. Truly brilliant.
It was nothing.
It's falling for all
You're
the ladies.
blushing, Claude.
By the way, are you the couple who had an audience with the king earlier?
How'd you know that?
I just
Spying
happened to
on
be
you.
on a tour of the castle at the time, and I overheard some guards gossiping about two people who got special permission to jump ahead in the king's schedule.
And you realized that was us?
I wondered what made that pair so special, so I sneaked into the throne room to find out for myself.
That's impressive.
And
I
concerning.
have some information that I believe you will appreciate. Without going into too many details, I just happened to get my hands on this map from an auction that I attended not long ago. Supposedly, this map shows the way to an ancient treasure hidden inside a certain cave. Would you be interested in joining me as I explore the cave?
Sure, sure.
We really don't have time to go treasure hunting right now.
Oh? Are you sure? You might uncover a hint or two related to your own goal. Well, would you like to come along?
An ancient treasure. Maybe it'll provide me with some leads. Sounds like fun. I'll take the offer.
Ah, I knew you'd come around. My name is Celine Jules. I'm a treasure hunting enthusiast. Now then, let me show you the map one more time. See this? First, we'll set off for the Cross Cave, which lies east of Cross.
Cross Cave? You mean that natural cave? Everyone knows that place.
Indeed, it's the very one.
I would have thought that anything worth excavating in there was long gone by now.
Yeah, so I had an option there to go. It's not one of those trick ones where, you know, you have an option but you have to say yes. I think you can deny it and not go there, and I think you go back there later in that case. But I forget if you don't get Celine. I forget if Celine is an optional character or not, and she's pretty useful, so...
Well, supposedly this map just recently came to light for the first time.
Wow.
Right. Let's make sure we have all the equipment we need before we depart.
I could get used to having you two around.
I'm not feeling very good about this.
Did you say something?
I'm gonna have to check
Me? No.
Reina's relationship with Claude after this. I wonder if it decreases. Yeah, I think it went down. I think when I play through this, I'll probably start over when the game releases. I'll see what happens when we don't choose to go with her. I mean, don't be so agreeable, Claude, right? Here we go, cross cave.
We got enemies.
Be careful.
Uh-oh. No, Celine! Uh-oh. That was a long animation. No, Celine, Reina! You gotta protect your allies too. Can't just be aggressive.
That's one for us.
For you.
We better be careful.
The enemy, is it?
Sorry. I'm done for.
This isn't good. Reina, heal me. Where are you? Is she running? Oh, she's out of MP. Oops. No. Oh, that's right.
No.
I forgot how to switch. No. Oops, that's the wrong button. That was kind of fun.
We better be more careful.
Rough.
The power!
The power!
Be careful!
We got
Yeah, you're kidding me.
I'm glad we got out of that one.
Celine's got some moves.
Seems like a fight is in
We
order.
can win this. I hope. Ow!
They have a range. That's a
It hurts to move.
bad predicament. Come on, hit me, please. Bad.
Meteor bomb! Take this!
No.
Isn't good.
Alright, Rena, we're gonna do this.
I can't move.
Sorry, Rena's got this. Oh, yeah. This is bad.
Reina!
Go get him, Rena.
Reina!
I'm here. I'm getting somewhat sleepy.
What?
Help me. I'm getting somewhat sleepy.
Well, I think that's all we got in us today. I want to come back to this with a fresh mind. I'm battling with the difficulty. It's not a pride thing. I don't want to beat this on Universe just to say I beat it on Universe. I want the game to be challenging, but not just so brutally punishing to where it's just work to get through. It just seems pointless to me. The reason why I wanted to go up to Universe was because it was so easy that it wasn't fun for me. And so I went up to Universe, but then the difficulty of the game increased, and so it started to balance itself out to where I think we'll come back with Galaxy, especially because we want to make sure that we finish the demo in time. We have less than an hour left, because I did a bit of grinding, and then decided that wasn't really worth it. We are level 11 though now, so we're pretty much capped. They only let you go to level 12. So we'll come back to this probably tomorrow, and let's see if we can finish up the demo. Thanks for watching.